Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, I'm going to talk about three very popular lights. Starting off on the left, we're talking about the Wurkkos model WK15. In the center, we're looking at the Olight Baton 3 Pro. And on the right, we're looking at the ThruNite TC15 version 3. Now let's get started on pricing. The Wurkkos, at the time of me filming the video, the retail price is $39.99. However, there's a 20% off coupon. The Olight retail is $69.99, and there's a 25% off coupon. The ThruNite retail is $75.99, and there is a 10% off discount. Now, all three of these lights have a Firefly mode, which is an extremely low mode, and they're all on Firefly right now. If we look at the Wurkkos, we get 1 lumen. This will last 500 hours. That's 20.8 days of runtime on its lowest setting. If we move over to the Olight, we get half of a lumen for 120 days. And then if we look at the ThruNite, we also get 1 lumen for 1 month. We get 30 days of runtime. So the clear winner, in my opinion, on Moonlight mode is the Olight. 120 days at half a lumen. That is absolutely fantastic. The Wurkkos has a secondary ultra low mode they call economy. These other two lights, the Olight and the ThruNite, do not have that. But the Wurkkos has 10 lumens, and it'll last 385 hours. That's over 16 days of runtime. So clear advantage right here on the Wurkkos. It's got basically the Moonlight mode and an economy mode. Now, if we go to low on these, they all have low. So the Wurkkos low is 100 lumens. This will last 32.5 hours. That's 1.35 days. The Olight has 15 lumens, which in lumen levels, it's very similar to the economy mode on the Wurkkos. But on 15 lumens here, we're getting 100 hours. That's 4.16 days. Let's go back to the Wurkkos on the economy. So we got 10 lumens versus 15 lumens here. We've got 10 lumens for 16 days, or 15 lumens for 4 days. Now the ThruNite, its low mode has 34 lumens. This will last for 50 hours or 2.08 days. Now if we bump these up to medium, the Wurkkos on medium is 550 lumens for 4.5 hours of runtime. If we look at the Olight, we get 125 lumens, which will last 17 hours. And then if we go over to the ThruNite, we get 330 lumens for 4.6 hours. Now high on these lights, we get 1500 lumens for 1.8 hours on the Wurkkos. High on the Olight is 600 lumens for 180 minutes, that's 3 hours. And then high over here on the ThruNite is 1057 lumens for 1.6 minutes, then it steps down to prevent the overheating. It steps down to 754 lumens, and it'll stay there for 108 minutes. That's 1.8 hours. Now let's talk about turbo. The Wurkkos has a turbo of 3000 lumens. It'll last 1.6 hours. It puts out 218 meters of throw and 11,892 on the Candela. If we move over to the Olight, its turbo is 1500 lumens. That'll last 2 minutes before step down, and then it drops to 600 lumens for 177 minutes. That's 2.95 hours. This light puts out 175 meters of throw and 7,900 on the candela. Now moving over to the ThruNite, we get 2,403 lumens for 2.3 minutes. Then it steps down to 732 lumens for 106 minutes. That's 1.76 hours, and this one puts out 223 meters of throw. Now let me do a quick recap of my opinion here. If we look at Firefly mode or Moonlight mode, the clear winner in my opinion is the Olight, the Baton 3 Pro. Now the economy setting, I really like what they're doing on the Wurkkos. 10 lumens for 16 days, that's very cool. And then if we look at these and we think about medium, I really like what Wurkkos is doing here on medium. 550 lumens for 4.5 hours, that's fantastic. Also with high, I like the Wurkkos. It's 1500 lumens for 1.8 hours. And then again on turbo, I really like what Wurkkos is doing. 3000 lumens, 1.6 hours. I don't know what the step down is for overheating, how long before it steps down, but I know it does. It does not specify what that is though. So I'm just going by 3000 lumens for 1.6 hours. That's all the information gives me. Now all three of these lights have a strobe function. If we talk about the Wurkkos, it's a strobe of 3000 lumens. That'll last for 3 hours of runtime. The Olight also has a strobe, and it doesn't specify what the lumens or runtime is. We also have a 1040 lumen strobe on the ThruNite. This will last 90 minutes or 1.5 hours. So in my opinion, I really like the strobe on the Wurkkos. It's 3 hours of runtime. That's absolutely fantastic. Now all three of these lights are impact resistant. The Wurkkos is impact down to 2 meters. The Olight and the ThruNite are impact down to 1.5 meters. So the edge in impact resistance, in my opinion, goes to the Wurkkos. Now, all three of these lights are IPX8 waterproof. The Wurkkos does not specify how far down it can go, but the Olight and the ThruNite both claim IPX8 down to 2 meters. However, if I have to pick one of these three, I've got to go with the Olight on the IPX8. It does not have any charge port covers like what you see here on the Wurkkos and the ThruNite. They both have a charge on the flashlight. So I got to give the edge to Olight. It's got the magnetic charging and it has a very nice IPX8 waterproof rating. You don't have to have a charge cover or anything that can be compromised. Now let's talk about the batteries that operate these lights. This is where there's major differences, and this is where the Wurkkos kind of should technically be in another category. The Wurkkos is operating on a 5000 milliamp hour 21700 cell. This is a non-proprietary lithium-ion rechargeable battery. The Olight has a 3200 milliamp hour proprietary 18650 battery. It has to be a proprietary battery because it has magnetic charging. Now the ThruNite has a non-proprietary 3100 milliamp hour 18650 battery. So my opinion on the batteries, I go with the Wurkkos. It's 5000 milliamp hour of capacity. That's how big the gas tank is on that battery. It's a larger battery, it's a bigger cell, and it's non-proprietary. My second choice on battery would be the ThruNite. It's non-proprietary, 3100 milliamp hour, 18650. You can buy them all day long. Now let's talk about the dimensions of these lights. The Wurkkos is 113 millimeters long. That's 4.44 inches. The Olight is shorter, as you can see. It's 101 millimeters or 3.97 inches. And the ThruNite is the tallest one. It's 122.5 millimeters or 4.82 inches. So the clear winner here on length is the Olight. Now the diameter is 27.8 millimeters on the Wurkkos. That's 1.09 inches. The Olight is 23 millimeters or 0.90 of an inch. And then the ThruNite is 23.5 millimeters or 0.92 of an inch. So on diameter, the Olight is the smallest one, ThruNite is second, and because of the larger battery, the Wurkkos is third. Now the weight of these lights, the Wurkkos weight is without the battery, so these are going to be a little different as far as weights. 70 grams without the battery. The Olight is 103 grams with the battery, and the ThruNite is 113 grams with the battery. So I'm guessing that the Wurkkos is around 120 grams, I guess, with the battery or so. Anyway, the Olight is the smallest one, and it's also the lightest one. Now, charging on these lights, the Wurkkos has a USB-C charging port on the flashlight. You'll have a red indicator when you're charging and green when charging is complete. The Olight has magnetic charging on the bottom, on the tail cap section. It's also red when charging, green when charging is complete. And then the ThruNite is also USB-C charging on the flashlight. It has red when charging and blue when charging is complete. Now the Wurkkos does not have a tail cap magnet. The Olight does and the ThruNite does not. So the Olight wins as far as having a magnetic tail cap. Now, do these lights have a lockout mode? Yes. The Wurkkos, if you click this button 4 times, you'll go into a lockout mode. The Olight, from off, you can push and hold until you see moonlight mode, keep holding, and then it will lock itself out. And the ThruNite, also from off, it does have a lockout. You push and hold until you see firefly. You let off the button and then you push and hold and then it will lock itself out. So it's a wash on all of these. They all have a very effective, easy to get to lockout mode. I personally got to go with the Olight. It's what I know. I'm familiar with it. It's 1 push of the button. This is 4 pushes and this is 2 pushes. But really, it's not that big of a learning curve, but my choice is the Olight on the lockout mode. Now, power level indicators. They all 3 have power level indicators that will tell you in real time the status of the battery. They all work very good. So I would consider that a wash, not really a clear winner there. Now, do these flashlights come with a holster when you purchase them? The Wurkkos, no it does not. The Olight, no it does not. And the ThruNite, yes, it does come with a holster. So clear advantage goes to the ThruNite. When you buy it, it does have a holster. That works very good. It's a thin holster, but it does exactly what it's designed to do, and that is it protects that light. Now, do these lights have a memory mode? Yes, yes, yes. They all have a memory. It all works good. They will not remember turbo or strobe in most cases, but it's pretty much a wash. They all will remember the previous mode that you have accessed. Now let's talk about those LEDs. The Wurkkos has a Cree XHP50.2 LED. The Olight does not specify what exactly that LED is. It just says high performance LED. The ThruNite has a Cree XHP35.2 LED. So in my opinion, the Cree LEDs, because we don't know what the Olight is, I'm going to go with Wurkkos and ThruNite. They at least tell you that they're running Cree LEDs, which are very good LEDs. Now, pocket clips. All 3 of these lights have dual direction pocket clips. They're all fantastic. So I like that. However, the Wurkkos gives us a very deep carry option with the tail cap up. The Olight also gives us a very deep carry option with the head of the flashlight up. But the ThruNite will only come with the pocket clip this way. So for you to get a deep carry, you would have to put it on this way, not the normal way. So my edge in pocket clips goes to the Wurkkos and the Olight. If ThruNite could mill the battery tube right here when they manufacture the light, I think that would make it nice, because then you could put your pocket clip down here and you could have that nice deep carry option like the others have. So edge, again, it goes to Wurkkos and Olight on the pocket clip. Now, what kind of switches do these lights have? We can see very clearly that the Wurkkos and the Olight have rubber switches. They work fine, no problems at all. But as you can see, the ThruNite has a stainless steel switch. So when I'm choosing a light that's going to be durable, I'm going to go with that ThruNite. You're not going to damage that piece of metal. It's fantastic. In fact, when you purchase the ThruNite, they also include a spare charge port cover. They give you 2 O-rings for the tail cap, and you also get a replacement silicone rubber that goes underneath this switch. So big advantage to ThruNite on those accessories, as well as the switch that comes on this flashlight. Okay, at this time, I'm going to take a look at each individual light just very briefly. You can see the moonlight mode that it's on. Again, that's 1 lumen for 20 days. But I'm going to go directly to turbo. So let's turn the light on. Let's double press. We go straight to turbo. So there you can see what that turbo looks like. We'll set that down. And now we're looking at the moonlight mode on the Olight. Let's double press and go to turbo. That's what the turbo looks like on the Olight. And let's get that ThruNite going. That's the 30 days of 1 lumen. Let's double press, get to turbo on that one. So now you can see all 3 of those lights and their turbo modes. So we'll take a look at each one. What I'll do is I'll shine it at that little emblem there. So we're going to start with the Wurkkos. You can see it's got a bright turbo. I'll set that back down. We'll look at the Olight. Pretty nice. Set that down. And now, lastly, let's look at the ThruNite. You can see that the ThruNite has it's a floody kind of beam. Set it down. Let's look at that Olight one more time. We'll just kind of come over here. And one more time on the Wurkkos. My opinion, the Wurkkos is clearly brighter. And I'm having a toss-up between the ThruNite and the Olight. So ThruNite on the right, Olight on the left. That is the turbo modes. So you guys get to choose, and I'm backing away from the camera as I speak here. You get to choose which turbo mode you find more effective. That's the ThruNite, that's the Olight. So that's really the difference between these lights. So folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and I have video reviews of all 3 of these lights. So if you want to see those video reviews, just please search my channel. If I have time, I'll put the links to each review in the description box to make it simple for you. They are all 3 fantastic lights. I don't have any issues with any one of them, but I do technically have a clear winner that I prefer. I'll let you guys decide which one you like, but all 3 of these lights are wonderful. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.